Alright, good morning everyone. So our class is being recorded. The purpose that we will start with looping in programming language. Now, what is looping, how looping works, I will go by examples. First of all, I will create a new script in LoadRunner, and as usual I will be going, although we are not going to use any web HTML protocol, but I'll select a protocol so that it open a script for me, and then I'll name it as looping in LoadRunner. LoadRunner means looping in C. Looping in LoadRunner create. Now let's say if you say LR output message I am a QA student, right? So I am a QA student, and if you say, if you execute your code, please concentrate on the board here. You don't need to type anything. I'll give you time later on. So if you execute it, you will see from line number 3 we got output what? I am a QA student. What about if I want to output this one 5 times, right? If I want to output this one 5 times, then what I will do, I will paste it 5 times, right? And then if I output it, so now can you see, take a look here, from line number 3, line number 4, line number 5, 6, 7 we have this output, right? Okay, what about if I want to output it 1,000 times?
Then we need only one day to
1,000 times or 10,000 times. In computer it is normal that something you will have to execute for 10,000 times, sometimes million times, right? So what about if I need to do that? I cannot, this will not be a practical thing, right? Because it will be just writing, I am a student for a couple of days.
I'll make you a student, then I'll write, and I'll make you a patient.
Okay, so here loops come into picture. So I will explain for loop in details, but before that let me show you how easily we can do it using loop. Now int I will declare a variable, and then for I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 1,000, and then I plus plus. Right? So what is the thing I said? 1,000, right? Now let me execute it. So how many time it did printed? How long it took? Can you see it has printed 1,000 times? No, not in 5 seconds. It took probably microsecond, right?
Yeah. Now we need order to count it. How many is there?
Okay. All right.
We need a counter now.
Microsoft Word.
Okay, let me count it. No Microsoft Word. Let me show you how you count it. It is very simple. Okay.
By the way, I was not able to install Kedit, as you told. I don't know anybody did it.
Which one?
Kedit?
You cannot install it?
No, but I don't know how to use it.
We'll take a look. Okay, we'll take a look. See how many lines, right? Okay, let me remove these extra lines. Okay, and then let me go to up there, remove these extra lines, right?
Yeah.
Now let me remove this extra line. Now you go to all the way down.
Right.
Okay, now how many lines you put your cursor here? Can you see 1,000 lines?
Yeah.
Right?
Counted 2 parts.
Right? So we can do it like not only 1000. If we need 100,000, we can do it easily. But that is why computer is for. Actually, this is one of the example what computer, real life people take so long to do something, but computer is doing it in a matter of second. How? Right? This is one of the amazing thing that computer is able to do.
You cannot do this in Word, Microsoft Word.
No.
I can work there.
No. This is like Microsoft Word cannot execute any program.
Yeah.
But remember, there are something that you can use with Microsoft Word.
Right.
That is called Visual Basic Application. You can use with, that is again programming.
Right.
But there is something over there as well. You can use with Excel, right? But you cannot do that type of programming with those application programs. So that is the thing. Actually, that is what we are calling computer programming. Now let me explain you how this mechanism works. Okay,
Right.
how this mechanism works. From a simple loop, how many times we need to execute? 1,000 times. How many times we need to execute?
1,000 times.
1,000 times. Now can you see, this is our termination point. What is our termination point? Our termination point is 1000, a number 1000. Now can you see this 1000 here? So remember that whatever you are seeing in the middle, this is our termination point.
Termination point.
Okay.
Termination.
Then where do you want to start? From 1. Yeah, recording, being recorded. So what is our starting point? 1. Because if you do not start from 1, let's say you start from 5, then how many times it will be printed? 995 times. Because it will be starting from 5. You are not starting from 1. Is it? Are you understanding, brother? So this is our starting point, right? This is our starting point. Now you are starting with 1, right? You are starting with what? 1. Now you need to print it for 1. You need to, like, for 1, remember this is 4, right? For 1 you need to print this line. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
For 2 you need to print this line. Is this correct? For 3 you need to print this line. In this way you need to go from 1 to 1000, and in that way you will get 1,000 times printed. That means for 1 you need to print line number 5, for 2 you need to print line number 5, for 3 you need to print line number 5, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
For
I didn't understand actually.
okay, sure. So you can see from 1 to 1000, right? From 1 to 1000 we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In that way we have 1,000
1,000 lines.
numbers. 1,000 numbers. For each of the number you need to print this line. Is that correct?
Right. That's all you want.
For each of the number.
Exactly.
If you skip any of the number, then it will not be printed for 1,000 times.
Yes.
Let me show you. If you print it for, let's say, if you start from 5, if you start from 5 and then execute it, let me show you how many times it got printed. 9.
It should be okay. Let's say 995.
995, right? It will be printed for 995. Now that means it is starting from 5, and then for 5 it is printing this line, for 6 it is printing this line, for 7 it is printing this line. In that way, for 1000,
996 basically.
996 or 995, whatever. For 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 996. Now what does it mean? Let's say if you start from 1, then it is printing this line for I equal to 1, it is printing this line for I equal to 2, it is printing this line for I equal to 3, in that way
Up to 1,000.
up to 1000, right?
Right.
Now, so we are sure about our beginning point,
Right.
we are sure about our termination point,
Termination.
right? Now what is that plus?
Increment.
Before you put less than or 100, so it cannot be more than 1,000. So less than or less than 1 or equal to 1,000. So it cannot be
Go over 1000, right? So our condition is, can you see the value of I the value of I can be less than or equal to
1000.
this line number 5. This line number 5 will be executed only if the value of I is less than or equal to 1000. So if it goes beyond 1000, then this value will not be printed, right? Okay. So now we have seen that there is a condition here, right?
Yes.
This value, line number 5, is being printed if only this condition is
Fulfilled.
true. If this condition is false, then this line is not being printed.
Yeah. But how to make this condition false?
True or false? How do you know?
Let me put here 5, right?
Right.
Okay, and let me put a breakpoint here. Now take a look here. Everyone, please put your 100% attention here, because this will be struggling to understand this in your home. Take a look how this mechanism is working. Now if you go to runtime data, right, can you see your, let me bring one more runtime, actually let me go to the watch point, right, and let me watch the value of I. What is the value of I now? What is the value? 1, right? Okay. So for I equal to 1, when you are saying I equal to 1, then it is going there to compare it. That means 1 less than or equal to 5. Is it true or false?
True.
This is true, right?
Right.
This is true. Okay. Now if it is true, it is coming to line number 5 and then it is printing, right? If you go to your output, can you see from line number 5 we got a printed message, right?
Right.
Okay. Now let's go to the watch. Now when you execute line number 4 again, can you see where we are now? We are on line number 4. Now when you execute this line, can you see this I++, right? Everyone can see this. So what was the previous value of I? 1. This I++, what it will do? It will increase I by 1. So initial value of I is 1. When you do I++, it becomes 2. Now let me execute this, right? Can you see what is the value of I now? 2, right? 2. And then what it is doing now, it will be comparing 2 less than or equal to 5. Is it true? True. So now if you click next, can you see after checking the condition, first it increased that I and then it checked the condition here, 2 less than or equal to 5, that condition is true. Then it came inside here line number 5. Line number 5 we have, if you go to the output, can you see we have another I am a student, right? Now we are again here. Let me execute one more time. Now if you go to your watch, what is the value of I now? 3. Because previously it was 2. When I execute one more time, it make the value 3, and then now it is checking the condition. Is 3 less than or equal to 5? Is this condition true? True. So it will go inside and it will be printing. Can you see it? It has printed one more time. Okay. Now we are again in the condition. What it is doing? If you take a look at your variable, it is 3. So if you do I++, it will be 4. Right? Now let me do it. Can you see now the value of I is 4? And now what it is doing? It is checking the condition. When I will be executing one more time, can you see? To execute one more time, what I am doing? I am clicking on that arrow. Now if can you see? The condition is true, 4 less than or equal to 5. So it is printing one more time. It is printing. If you take a look here, it is printing one more time, right? This time it printed one more time. Now if you go to your watch, what is the value of I? 4. Now if you do another execution, now it is 5, right? Now 5 less than or equal to 5. Is it true? Sai? 5 less than or equal to 5. Is it true? What about brother? 5 less than or equal to 5. Is it true? Why?
Because it's less than and it's not equal.
So my condition here, hold on here. So it is like this: 5 less than or equal to 5. Is this condition true or false? Is it true or false? It is true? How?
In which one the condition
is equal.
One condition
less than.
So there are two conditions here.
One is yes.
If any of the condition is true, then it is true. So this condition is less than or equal to. So less than is not true, but or equal to is true. So that's why the value of this one is equal to true. Does anyone has any question on this? Okay, sure. Now, so we have the value of I is 5, right? Now
One more time.
it is checking condition, and if you execute it, right? Now if you go to output, can you see it has printed one more time, right? One more time, right? Now let's come to the watch. What is the value of I now? 5, right? If I do one more execution, what is the value of I? 6. Now 6 less than or equal to 5. Is it true? False. So if it is false, then should it go to line number 5?
No.
So let's do execution. Can you see it is not going to line number 5? Right? So it came outside.
Only this true will be what is
Only the middle condition when it is checking the condition when the condition is true, then only it will be printed. Got it? Understand how for loop work? The mechanism?
My question was, when you write down I is equal to I is smaller than 5 or equal to 5, so when playing that, it will never be 6.
When I take the I value is 6, but condition is 5 over there, so it is not executing anything, but it does come outside.
Yeah, outside. It is not going inside the loop. Remember, this is the body of the loop. So what can you?
Same, like whenever we do if, else, if, that if it is not condition going, it automatically which one is
Going to else.
Going to the else block, or it is going out of the loop. Same thing here.
So the LR is out of the loop. The LR out of the loop.
No. Can you see this curly bracket?
Condition.
So the body is starting here, ending here. So whatever you have here, right? Whatever you have here, it will be printed.
Okay.
Let's say one other thing I want to show here. Let's say LR output message. Output message. Output message. Now let's say I want to print the value of I. When it is printing something for me, I want to see the value of I, right?
At the same time.
At the same time. Okay. So how will I do that? You can have multiple statement here. I just added in the body. Can you see this is my body? This part is my body. In the body I have added another statement, right? Now I have a purpose to do this. Okay.
You don't have to copy and go to Word and check the line. It's going to say over there.
Say over there, yeah.
Inside the line.
So if I say do it up to
5 or whatever.
10,000 times, not 1,000, 10,000 times, right? Let's take a look.
Do you have that much of room?
Let's see.
Right?
So if you do 10,000 lines, probably it will be huge, right? The room full of
Yeah.
lines.
Yeah, that much of room.
So can you see that it is done for 10,000 times in a matter of second?
99, 10,000. Yeah.
right? Can you see
Performance is very good.
right? So it has started from
So one.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now one other thing. Okay. I want to add a timestamp. Like, you know what is timestamp?
What time that's happening?
Yeah, what time it is happening. Let's say if you take a timestamp of this moment, it is
Start time.
10:58 or 30 seconds or something
Yeah.
like this, right? Let me show you another thing how we can add timestamp. We will be using timestamp a lot in LoadRunner. Okay, timestamp. Can you see? Can you see parameters here? Everyone, can you see parameters here? This part.
Yes.
If you click on parameters, can you see new parameter? Let's give a name like P timestamp, right? And then you do. Can you see here parameter type? From parameter type, can you see we have unique number. We can select iteration, date time. Can you see date time?
Right.
Right? Can you see that, everyone?
Yes.
So I'm selecting date time. Okay. Now can you see I have some format from which I can select,
Yeah.
right? So I am going to select
Day, month, and year.
this one with YMD, year, month, day, and hour, minute, second, right? And then can you see each occurrence? Can you see each occurrence?
Yeah.
I will be selecting this each occurrence and close. Now what I am going to do here, before I print this value like I or whatever, I will be printing a timestamp, right? So if you want to print a timestamp, how will you do that? Parameter name. Alright. P timestamp, right? I want a timestamp in every line. Now if I print it,
You have to assign it, right?
hmm?
But you have to assign it. LR self string.
Okay. Now can we see the timestamp here? Can you see that with each of the line it has printed the word timestamp? But was it our goal to see this word?
No.
No. What was our goal? To see a timestamp. Now remember, if you want to mention anything inside this one, what you will have to do in output message, what you will have to do, you will have to use %. This timestamp is a string, %s, and over here what you will have to use LR eval string right, we will have to use that, and then that I.
Right, but then you have to write another command, LR set, right? You have to assign that before.
Why I will have to assign it? Tell me why I will have to assign it.
Because you are putting the eval string, but you are not setting that with any value.
This is the question. Good question. Very good question. But remember,
I plus or
no.
whatever.
Remember this value we have set up in parameter.
Oh, so we are using the.
So it is always generating the timestamp. It is taking the timestamp from system.
Right.
Right. So if I execute it now,
There is a possibility, right?
okay. If I execute it now, can you see what is happening now?
Yeah.
Done.
It took a little longer, but it's okay.
It took little longer because of
Lot of
generating the
information.
timestamp. Lot of work, right?
Yeah.
Now, do we need this one? No, we do not want to see that, right? Do you want to see this
curly bracket?
No, we do not want to see that, right?
You talk about the bracket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go there, let's see what is the mistake we made. Can you see what is
You
the
put
mistake
the
we
two
made?
times.
Two times, right?
Get one time off.
Yeah, we will have to take one
One
time.
for the system, one for us.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now if I execute it, okay. Now can you see that we have started this process 11
3, 2, 1, you know.
no 25. Can you see
that's 25.
we have messed up this 1 2 3 this number with the timestamp.
You say we messed up?
See this is the timestamp 11:03:25 11:03:25, but can you see this
Number?
this numbers here, extra number? Do you know what is this number for? Exactly. See here, we are printing I just after the timestamp. We are printing this number.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So what we will have to do?
The value of the I actually, right?
Yeah. So what we
Yes.
did you understand what I am trying to explain here, everyone? Did you understand? So the issue, can anyone tell me what is the issue that we are
So you
seeing
need
here?
a space.
We are putting the S value and the D value basically side by side.
Hold on here. Now we are saying this is the timestamp, right?
Yeah, but this is not.
This is the timestamp, this is the date, today's date, and this is the time.
Yeah.
But what is this one?
Iteration, the first one, first
Yeah, you are right. But
number.
can you see where is this one coming from? Yeah, this is percent, this percent D, and we have an I.
The value of
We
I.
do not have anything in between this percent D and percent
You have
S.
to put a point 2,
So we will have to give.
point 2.
Hold
He
on.
will give.
Hold on.
Two decimal.
Seems like our concepts are still not clear. Hold on here.
Okay.
So can you see for percent S it is printing the timestamp, and for the percent D it is printing the value of I. Now this, can you see after the timestamp we have 1, then we have 2, and then we have 3, then we have 4. In that way we have 5, right? Right? After the timestamp, if you go all the way down,
0 and again 9 0.
can you see all the after the timestamp we have 10,000?
Yes.
So why is this? Why is this number with timestamp?
What do we really want? We don't want them together. That's the
We
whole
don't
point.
want them together because this number is coming from I. Can you
Value of
see?
I.
Can you see we have percent S and percent D together. For that percent S we are printing timestamp, and for that actually we have something. Yeah. For that percent S we are printing the timestamp. For that percent D we are printing I, the value of I, that is increasing from 1 to 10,000. So if we want something in between, we can want a space or we can put a dash or hyphen. Then if we do the print,
And get the number different.
now can you see that now it is timestamp and timestamp and other thing. Now it is
There's a space in between,
right. Now it is different, right?
Yeah.
So now we understand that this is timestamp,
And that's
and that is
Instead of that, we're going to use the space.
yeah, we can use the space. We can use space, and basically this percent D is number of iteration, right?
right.
Number of iteration. So we can add a word here.
Number of iterations.
Now iteration, okay, iteration number, right? Now can
Now
you
it will be more clear.
yeah, can you see one other thing here? With this again we have a timestamp, but this sentence is mixed up. So what we will have to do, we will have to give another space here, right, so that this data doesn't get mixed with. Now if I execute it one more time, okay, right, now you can see our output looks good now, and timestamp wise we have started execution from 19, actually 18, and it took 5 seconds for the computer to print it. Yeah, it took 5 seconds, right now, but we have 10,000 iterations, right? So according to our parameter setup, please take a look here and put your attention. According to our parameter,
quick question.
sure.
I don't know you can answer that now. Instead of I plus plus, if we would have shown like plus plus I.
Plus plus I, yeah, I think you can do that. No.
We can do that. We'll do that.
Whenever you want to show.
Yeah, we'll do that. Sure. Now I want to discuss one thing here. Can you see? We are saying every time you use timestamp, it should be a new timestamp every time.
We already mentioned about the
Each occurrence, right?
Yeah.
But is it every time? Is it becoming the same? Like I can see lot of duplicate timestamp, right?
Right.
Can you see this timestamp? We have lot of time,
Yeah.
but according to our setup, it should be every time you print it, it should be a new timestamp. But what if it is printing 1,000 times in a second,
so 10 times come out.
right?
Yeah.
It is printing 1,000 times in a second. So how will it make it different?
Different, no.
You got it? You got the point?
Yes.
Because it is the same timestamp. It is printing 1,000 times in a second, because within 5 seconds it is printing 10,000 times, right? So in a second it is printing 2,000 times, right? So how will it make it different? In fact, it cannot make it different.
When you do the filter, at that time we see the time over there.
Mhm.
That time will come out. When you do that, you do.
Now take a look. We will try to make this timestamp more precise, more accurate. Now if you go to the parameter setup, can you see this timestamp with millisecond?
Yeah.
Millisecond, can you see this?
Mm.
Now I am going to use this timestamp with millisecond. Right? Now can you see with the second it is also calculating the?
But can you not do like if these timestamps is gonna be only the first one and last one?
Yeah, if you want we can do that.
That way we know that how long it took anyway.
No, we want to see every second, every millisecond what is happening in our test.
Oh, okay.
Right?
But still we can do that though.
Yeah, we can do that. But the purpose here, lot of time, what do you do when you test something, right? Then you do what is happening in servers, what is happening in Linux servers.
Backend server.
Like that, as I said, the application that we are testing, they are hosted in a server.
Right.
They are hosted in a server. Now, a lot of time we see what is happening in the server. Now, if we have a precise timestamp in our execution, then if you want to compare anything with the server log, then you can correlate these two data. You got it? Why we are going for precise timestamp? Now, let me see if I execute it now, how it goes.
With another time.
Right? Still we are seeing some repetition,
Yes.
but less repetition, right? No, not same. Can you see now?
Because millisecond come out.
Yeah, see within this millisecond it did 2 print. Can you see with this millisecond it did 4 or 5 print? So
But why the difference? Some of the 2, some of the 5.
different, because some of the it is when it is calculating, some of the print took long, some of the print took less.
In the same second, in the same moment.
Yeah, but still last time when we used second, it was a couple of thousand.
Yes.
But now we have more accurate, right?
More
Okay,
accurate.
all right. So that is what timestamp is, and you will need to use timestamp in your code. Okay. Now for loop. Let's come to the for loop. Timestamp is not our point of discussion here.
Well,
I just.
Here's one question. Like we are running LoadRunner, right? Using C language. Now, can we use the C language just itself without LoadRunner?
Yeah.
Are you going to teach us?
You don't need to use C language itself without LoadRunner, because very few people now work on C language, and people who work on C language, only C language, they are very expert. They will need to be very expert. This is a very complex language.
Because it started from long
Yeah.
time.
This is the father of the language, though.
Yeah. So it is a very complex language. We will be learning whatever we need for LoadRunner.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why in a AB stage, you will see.
Now let's come to our point of discussion.
Like for loop.
What if for loop? You saw how for loop works. Is it like, do you have any question on how for loop works on that? Guys, can you focus here? Do you have any question on for loop that we are trying to discuss? What about Shamsul Bhai? Are you feeling it? No. Are you understanding what we are?
What I do actually, I go to the recording and
Okay, sure.
due to the signal supply child, I just want to receive that now.
Oh,
So there is a problem.
Okay, got it.
At least I will stay.
Okay, all right. Yeah, all right. So see here, if you don't have any question, I know that. What if I want to print all the, and I don't want to print anything else, I just want to print.
If your question is type by telling I plus plus, put like plus plus.
We'll do.
Wait, come on.
I still remember that. Now see, what if I just want to print this number? I do not want to print any timestamp, or I do not want to print anything here. I just want to print this number, right?
The value of I.
Value of I. So if I execute it now, it will be printed, right? From 1 to
10,000.
1 to 10,000 is printed. Now, what if I do not want to print all this number from 1 to 10,000? I want to print only the odd numbers.
Odd number.
Odd numbers means, the odd and even
Yeah,
numbers.
1, 3,
1, 3, 5 in that way.
Okay. So we need to put like 99 there.
Only the odd number.
Only odd.
Only odd
Not the even.
Okay, yeah. So 99 is not number.
There is
Yeah,
one more.
So I want to, from 1 to 10,000, I want to print only the odd numbers.
So the value of I1, so we have to, value of I2, so.
I don't want to print 2, I want to print 1, 3, 5 in that way.
Jumping
Yeah.
from
So you
like
can-
every two
You
numbers.
can write it over there.
No, no, this.
How?
Before I.
And then adding 1, so we have to add one more to get the odd number.
Right? So that means we are increasing, right now we are increasing 1.
One.
Let's say when we are doing I plus plus, what we are doing?
Increment 1.
We are incrementing
One.
1, right? We are incrementing 1, but we need to increment
2.
one more time.
2.
We need to increment.
One more time.
See, take a look here. What we are doing here in this one, right now what we are doing, I equal to I plus 1. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
No.
Right now what we are doing, every time, let's say we start with 1, and then next time we increase I by 1. So initial value I equal to 1, then we are adding another 1. Then we are saving it to,
It means I plus.
yeah, I plus plus. What does I plus plus means? Hey folks, don't sleep. Okay, what does I plus plus means? I plus plus means I equal to I plus
Increase incrementally by 1.
1.
One more, yeah.
I plus plus means I plus plus means I equal to I plus 1.
Like x plus the one you give the homework.
Yeah. Now if I want to print the odd numbers, while like from 1 to 10,000, while I am printing all the numbers, I am printing I equal to I plus 1. I am incrementing I by 1. But what if I do not want to increment it by 1, I want to increment it by 2.
So I plus
Like if
plus-
I want to print the odd numbers, first 1 and then with 1 you will have to add 2 to make it 3, and then you will have to add another 2 to make it 5, and then you will have to add another 2 to make it 7, in that way, right? Right? So if I want to print all the odd numbers, you can just put I plus 2. I equal to I plus 2. Now if I do it, just take a look.
So you need to put like this I equal to 2 also, right? No?
Now I want to print 1,
I
3.
equal to 1.
Okay.
Beginning. Then next one is I equal to 1 plus 2.
Okay.
See the purpose here, the purpose of this one,
3 plus 2.
the purpose of this one is to print 1, 3, 5, 7
Odd numbers.
9,
up to whatever you know,
whatever odd number.
9, 9, 9, 9.
right?
Yeah. 9, 1 to 10.
So if you come all the way down, although you have put
If I write over there, odd number is okay.
no,
What?
what number where?
You have to write down the odd number.
1, 3, 5, 7.
Yeah, you can put like all the
All the odd.
odd numbers
So,
from 1.
If it is I, for example, our understanding, I equal to I plus 1, it is 1. If it is I plus 2, it means 1 and then 2. It's going to be 3.
No. Actually, I equal to I plus 2. That means every time add 2 with I. Every time whatever value is I. Let's say, let me do it one by one. Probably
No,
that
but
way.
in this
No.
case, Tomra,
Uh-huh.
you already put I value is 1, right?
Yeah.
Now what that means at the beginning point, now we only want the odd numbers, but we basically skipping 1.
Yeah.
So we add 2, so that's why 1 is the first I,
That's
the
2.
second I would be
3.
1 plus 2,
Yeah.
3, the third I would be
3 plus 2, 5.
5, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in that case, let's say we want to do only even number, then we probably have to start I is equal to 2 and then 2 plus 2.
We'll do that. You're right. But let me give a little bit more explanation on this.
Please.
See how it works. I equal to I plus 2, how this works. Now if I execute it,
And you put it's 10,000 10 only, right?
okay, I just put 10
Yeah,
I-
just see.
just to see.
Right.
Now if I go to watch, what is the initial value of I? 1, right? So 1 less than or equal to 10. This condition is true.
Yes.
So it is printing that. If you go to your output, can you see it has printed 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now we are in line number 6. So what it is doing is it is doing the incrementing part now.
Right.
So if you go to, now it is 1, but now it is like 2 things. Every time it goes to execute line number 7, it does 2 things. Every time it goes into the body of the loop, it does 2 things. One thing is incrementing this value and then comparing the value with the termination point. What, like before it goes to the body, what it does, 2 things. You will have to answer this question to me. I will ask you 2 things. First it increments it and then after incrementing it compare the
Compare the condition.
compared to the termination point, right?
Yeah.
Now when we executed the first iteration our value were 1. Now we are executing
The second one.
second iteration.
Right.
So what it is doing now, first it is incrementing
Right.
this part. So can you see now what is the value of I? 3. How? Initial value was 1. So I equal to I plus 2. That means let's go to my up there. So I equal to initial value of I is 1, right? Initial.
Right.
Then we have an expression I equal to I plus 2. So what it does? I equal to what is the value of initial?
1.
Right? So that means finally I equal to I plus I equal to 3. You got it?
Yeah.
Now see here, so that's why you got 3. Now it is comparing, is 3 less than or equal to 10? So what it is doing, it's true and it is coming inside, and can you see after you print it, it is now printing 3, right? Okay, let me go to the now what it is doing. Okay, I will be asking this question specifically. Hold on, Said. Okay, give me an answer, a simple answer of this question. So what we are waiting here, what we are going to do here in line number 6. So we have executed another iteration and it has printed 3. Now what we are going to do? We're gonna 2 to what? 2 to 3, right? So it will be 5, right? So the first thing, before it go inside the body of the loop, the first thing that it will do, it will increase it. What is the increasement? Increasement is we had initially 1. Actually this time initial value, what is the initial value? If you initial value is 3, now it is going to do the incrementation. So what is the incrementation? Let me go to there. Now initial value is I equal to 3, right? Now we have the expression I equal to I plus 2. Now what it will do, I equal to what is the value? 3 plus 2, that makes I equal to 5. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me go to LoadRunner.
7.
Now, so let me execute this.
Then you will come.
Can you see it is 5 now?
5, yes.
Then it is checking the condition.
It is right. Till now.
So it is printing.
Yeah.
So it has printed probably 5 for us, right? Now let me go to the watch. Can you see how I am going to watch it, and then how I am? You need to do the same thing to understand in your home. Now what it will do? The first thing,
Now I will come in 5.
it will increment, right? 5 plus 2. I will
Compare.
right? Can you see it has become 7 now?
7, yeah.
And then it will do the comparison. Now it will do the comparison. Can you see in this yellow line it stays twice? Why?
Because one time
It is incrementing, next time it is
yeah.
doing the condition check.
Condition check.
So now condition is true, now it has printed,
It will come one more time. 9.
right? So we have here 7. Now if you come here, first thing that it will do, Farhana, can you tell me what we are going to do now? Incrementation. We are incrementing, right? So if we increment it, if you go to watch, can you see now it is 9? 9 less than or equal to 10, condition true. So it is printing again. Can you see it is printing? Let me go to the output. Now it will be printing, right? It is printing.
Next one will know.
Now let's come to the, now we are incrementing again. So if you go to the watch, our initial value is 9, but if you do the incrementation it is 11. Now it is going to check the condition 11 less than or equal to 10. Is it going to print it?
No.
Right? Can you see it didn't go into the body, instead it came outside,
Yeah.
right? If you come to the output, it has in the meantime our purpose is done, what is our output? This one, right? Can you see it has printed 1359579, right? Now can you write a program to print all the even numbers from 1 to, actually all the even numbers from 10 to 10,000, all the even numbers from. So your task in the class now, write a program.
I is equal to 10.
Hold on, let's people work on it. Write a program, write a program that will print all the even numbers from, let's say, I'll say
100.
11 to 11,000. Okay, so this is your task. Write a program that will print all the even numbers from 11 to 11,000. All the even numbers.
Even number.
Let me stop recording here. One of like our goal is to get this done. Our goal is to get this question done, right? Write a program that will print all the even numbers from 11 to 11,000. Now 11 is not an even number, so that's why we started from 12. And then what is our termination point? 11,000, right? We put these two things, we know we have to start from 12. Our termination point is 11,000. Then two things happened. One brother did here 12 plus 2.
Two brothers.
One. I am going to explain both of your situation. So what is happening here, right? Let me go one by one. It will be an infinite loop, because infinite means it will be a never ending loop. It will be an eternal loop, okay? Eternal life. Now can you see, if you go to your initial value, it is 12, right? And the condition 12 less than or equal to 11,000, it is true. Now if you come here, now what it should do, it should do the incrementation. If I execute now, what it will do? It will do the increment operation. So when we are doing increment, now the value of I is 12, but when we are incrementing, it is becoming 12 plus 2. How much? 14, right? So see, it has become 14. Is that true? And then 14 less than or equal to 11,000 is true, right? And then it is going there, it is printing. Can you see it is printing? It will be printing now 14, right? Okay. Now we are in line number 6 again. What we are doing? We are doing again incrementation operation, right? Now what are the things that you are doing here? Incrementation, you are adding 12 plus 2 again. You are adding 12 plus 2 again, right? Can you see what actually you are doing here? 12 plus 2. It is again you are making it I equal to, and then assigning it to I, making it I equal to 14 and I less than or equal to, right? Did you got it? Did you understand? Yeah? Okay. So what is happening here? See, it will never end. It will keep doing it. Same thing. If you look at the output, right? Let me see how many times so far. How many times it was able to print?
Up to 11,000.
So far, I'm taking, see here, so far it was able to print how many lines? 55,000 lines already.
But you never stop anywhere.
It will never stop, it will keep printing until the computer has power,
Right.
or until the computer got dead. It will keep printing. Now did you understand what is this infinite loop happens?
If you do like this 12 equal to I, then what should be happening?
Happening.
12 equal to I.
12 equal to I,
12 equal to I. First one.
So,
12 equal to I, no, you cannot do that. You cannot assign a variable to a number.
Okay.
You can assign a number to a variable. Remember, this I is a variable.
Yes.
You can assign a value to a variable, but you cannot assign a variable to a number. No. Okay.
You cannot put a glass in a water.
Yeah. He probably you can put a glass in a water, but you cannot.
No, water is glass.
Again, the water will come in the glass.
Okay. Now, hold on here. So why it has become an infinite loop?
Because we don't increase the, we don't declare the value.
Here we did the same thing. 12 every time it is doing 12 plus 2, 12 plus 2, and assigning it to I.
Yes.
We are not incrementing at all, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how will I? So did you understand what is the concept of infinite loop?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Infinite loop. Okay. Now let me stop it. Stop the execution. I stop the execution. Now one other person from our class, what he did, he didn't assign this value, instead he did I plus 2.
Okay.
So if you do not assign, you are increasing. Remember, if you do I plus plus, it is doing the plus, and also it is first it is doing the plus and then also assigning it to I. Assign. Do you know what is
Assigning
assign?
back, yeah.
Assigning it back.
Yes.
Right? So if you are in this country, if you do not do anything, then you are a vagabond, right? Vagabond. Now you are doing addition, but you are not assigning. You are keep adding, you are not assigning. Then your I is not increasing. So can you see what he did? He added, but he didn't assign it like that.
So it's going to stop by one time?
No, it will be again an infinite loop. Let me put a breakpoint here.
So this is another infinite.
Another infinite.
I plus 2, I plus 2.
Okay. Now can you see, if you take a look at the watch here, what is the value of I? You initialize it at 12. Now it should, according to our incrementation, if you do increment properly, it should be 14. But can you see, you are adding it, but as you didn't assign it to I, it is not increasing. I is not increasing. As a result, it is an infinite loop too. Right? It is an infinite loop too. Now, if you understand, then we will move
The
forward.
other one was increasing the same thing, and this one is doing no increasing.
No increasing.
But it's still infinite.
It's still infinite because we didn't assign it to I.
Assign to I.
Okay.
You need to assign to I.
Okay, hold on here. The other question that came, I will come to the for loop at a later time. I mean, I'm coming back to for loop, but before I do that, print lr output message right. Allow output message.
You are able to see when you click on watch, right?
Mhm.
But I cannot see that. Why?
You'll have to bring watch.
What?
No, when I'm clicking watch, it's not showing it.
You'll have to add it. You'll have to add that variable to your watch list.
How do you do that?
I'll show you again. Look at the board here, everyone. Look at the board here. Now, I equal to, we have declared a variable I equal to 1. Right? We have declared a variable and then assign. Remember, if you say I equal to 1, then you are assigning a value to the variable. If you say I equal to something or variable equal to something, then you are assigning a value to the variable, right? Now I have declared a variable and assigned I equal to 1, and then can you see I am printing %d I plus plus. Okay, now let me put a think time here. Why do we use think time? Why?
From one to another one, you have to make it one stop the thing. Pause for the sudden second.
Okay.
After each iteration, right?
So just think time here simple for now. We use to
Get a pause.
get a pause. That's it. Take a look here. Now let me do. Actually, I'll need another breakpoint here in this line. Okay. Okay. Now if you go to your watch, let me remove it. Okay. You cannot see the value here, right?
Right.
So what you will have to do, you right click on I and then add to watch.
Right click on I.
Mhm.
Okay. Which I is that?
Right.
So many I.
Whatever you want to watch,
Six.
whatever you want to watch this eye, right?
Right.
So you right click on it and then click watch.
And add watch like that.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's showing.
Yeah,
It is showing.
showing. Very good. Now take a look here. What is the value of I? 1. So can you see I am in line number 7. In line number 7, I am doing a output message, right? So if I do the output message, in the output, what is printed?
1.
What is printed?
One.
What is printed?
1.
What is printed?
1.
1. But let's come to the watch. Can you see I equal to 2?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Stop. Then let me do plus plus I.
This is also another increase.
Yes, plus plus I. So last time when we print it from line number 7, it was 1. We use I plus plus. Now we have plus plus I, and then let's see what happens. It is a concept you try to understand. It is a understanding issue. Now if you do it, what is printed? 2. Last time what was printed? 1. Right? Last time what was printed? 1. But this time what is printed? 2. What is the value of I? 2. What is the value of I? 2. Last time what was the value of I? 1. Last time what was the value of I? 1. No. Last time the value of I was 2. Okay. So to get a real example, I will bring. Okay. I don't need to bring another. So what I plus plus do? What I plus plus do? Remember, when you do I plus plus, what it does? I equal to I plus 1.
So automatically increasing 1.
Incrementing 1 and save that value back to I.
I.
Now what?
Do that I plus what with the first one?
Hmm?
1.
Yeah, initial value is I equal to I 1.
So if you run this one, the first one is going to come 1. Watch.
Hold on. Here, so when you do I plus plus, can you see I am here trying to print the %d and it should be I plus plus.
Right.
Now this I plus plus, the way it will work, first what is the initial value of I? 1. First it will print the initial value. Let me execute it. And what is the initial value of I?
1.
What is the initial? Look at the board. What is the initial value of I? 1. Now when I am printing it from line number 7, what does it print?
1.
What does it print?
1.
1. But what is the value of I? 2. So if it is 2, why did it print at 1? The value was initially 1. So what it does, I plus plus, first it is printing the value,
Second is increase.
and second
Increase.
it is increase. In the same line it is increasing, but before it increase it is printing its initial value. So what I plus plus does, first if you have any immediate use, it use it and then
Increase.
it do the increment operation if you use I plus plus.
So the increment is by which one?
Yeah, if you use plus plus it will be always
Only
1.
one.
If we do it one time click, it will be output message will be 2 times will be click, that one, then 1 plus.
No,
Ah.
see what it is happening, we want to print it. So when it is printing, it is first printing its initial value, then it is incrementing
By one.
by 1 and then it becomes 2. But it is not immediately using that value to print in this line.
It will do next time.
Next time when you use
The
it,
initial value will be 2.
initial value,
Will be 2. And
next time initial value will be 2.
2 and the expression will be 3.
Now if you have a plus plus expression,
Alright.
now the plus plus, like when you use plus plus, first it use the value, then it incrementing. But see the difference, if you use plus plus I, if you use plus plus I here, let's say plus plus I, see how it works.
It will be 2.
See, if you watch it, it is 1, right? Initial value is 1, but if you print it, it will be printing 2. Previously it is printed 1, but now it is printing 2. So what it does, if you use plus plus, first it increase it and then it use it. Whereas if you use I plus plus, first it use it,
Okay, thank you.
then it increment
This
it.
time it is the opposite, this time it is increasing first.
First increasing, then print it immediately.
Yes. Even this plus plus is first
So
time.
I plus plus being the value first and then after increasing.
Incrementing. Yeah.
So the way actually we need I plus plus is the right way, because then first time we have to
Yeah. So we will not be using plus plus I
yeah.
unless you are doing programming job. In LoadRunner you don't need to use plus plus I.
Java.
Okay. So just we will be using I plus plus. That's it. If you have a clear concept about how I plus plus works, that's it. Okay. Question? Still question? Okay. Alright. So let's come to our discussion. Now looping. Can we do a loop? Can we do a loop that will only be printing the numbers? Let's consider a range. Let's consider a range from 1 to 700 range. In this range, can we write a program that will print only those numbers, print only I'm recording, follow the recording and I'm sending range. Consider this range. Consider this range from 1 to 700 and then print only those numbers are divided, those numbers can be divided by 7. Now it is your task. You write a program. I want to use your brain as much as you can. Remember, we have learned modulo operator, right? You will have to use modulo operator and if condition with for loop. So the question here, write a program that will print all the numbers from the range 1 to 700 and those numbers will be printed, those are only can be divided by 7. So it will be something like this. Ultimately the series will be 7, right? 7 and then 14 and then 21 like this, right? It will go up to 700. Can you do it? Did you understand the question? Consider this series 1 to 700. Print all the numbers, those can be divided by 7. So if you want to print all the numbers, those are divided by 7 and range 1 to 700, ultimately the series will be this one, 7, 14, 21.
Somehow
Right?
we have to know the first one
Yeah.
automatically by head.
Now take a look one thing here. We don't need I equal to 1, right? Let's bring my for loop back. Now here, what is your initial value of the series? 7. What is your termination point? 700. Are we clear about this? Now, what is your starting point? 7. What is your termination point? 700. Now what will be your increment? 7. Every time you will be increasing 7. So I equal to I plus 7. You are done.
I did it.
I did.
So just show divided by 7.
Now
See, we want to follow that plus plus. You put I equal to 7 plus I.
How we do the easy?
okay, first once. What is the question?
Say, if you want to follow the plus plus I, then I equal to 7 plus I, how that going to work?
Plus plus I it will not work, because plus plus will increase only once. You will have to use 7 plus plus.
No, I put I equal to 7 plus 1. It happened, it worked good. So that
I equal to
I equal to 7 plus I.
7 plus I, yeah, that
So
will
it's
work.
Kind of what
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah. What is the question, Farhana?
If we use the if condition.
If condition. I didn't do it with if condition yet, but so far the way we did it, so far are we clear?
No.
What? No? Okay. Hold on. Can everyone please focus on here? Can you see that what is our goal? Shimal bhai, can you tell me what is our goal?
The 7 divided by 7. One point
No. Our goal is to bring all the numbers. Those can be divided by 7 from 1 to 700. So that becomes, you will have to print 7, 14, 21 in that way up to. Look at the board. You are not looking at the board. See, we will have to print 7, 14, 21, right? Is that, did you understand that? So what is our starting point? 7. So I equal to 7. What is our termination point? 700. 700, right? If you look at this series, how much we are increasing? Look here.
7.
How much we are increasing?
7.
Our increment is 14. 14 minus 7. What is that? 7, right? Every time we are increasing 7. So I equal to I plus 7. You got it?
Yeah, I will 7 and 7 plus 14.
Yeah. So and then it will be going up to 700. Now again you need to ask me question. If you are not understanding, you need to know what you are not understanding and then ask me question. If you are not understanding what the question, yeah, Shimal bhai, feel free, any question on this.
Now I think you need to understand one thing, like between 1 to 700, what are the numbers Shimal bhai goes by 1, right? Okay, now
We can divide by 7.
can you divide 1 by 7? You cannot do that, right? 2, no, right? 3, no. So the first number is 7 that you can divide by 7, right?
There is a way that we can show divided by 7.
Divided by 7, we can show. So you are saying that the number that we are printing, it is divisible by 7, right? We are assuming that this 7 is, or this 21, we know that it can be divided, but you want to come into a logical one, right? We'll do that, but at this point if I do it, people will find it hard. So I'll show you later on. Now, Shamsul bhai, can you ask me a question on this?
I'm trying to find out.
Are you understanding what? Understanding? Shimul bhai, can you do another example? Let me give you a. Can you consider this series? 13. Hold on. Look here. 13, 26, 39, 52, and go up to let's say 10,000. Can you do this series?
Is it only for Shimul bhai?
For everyone. From 13 to 10,000. Can you print this series? 13 to 10,000.
10,000.
So we did this one for 7 to 700. Now I want a series from 13
I'm
to.
done.
I will do that.
What about you? Hey, Salah people in hello
Very good. I don't know.
So, can I go forward with the next topic that I
Yes,
have
sir.
to bring?
Alright.
Now you will get lot of homework this time. Okay.
Yes, we need more.
Yeah. You can follow.
We can go check our old homework.
Yeah, I'll check. Now I want to bring a couple of more topics. In LoadRunner, when you do scripting, you will have to use a couple of functions. Let's say, am I recording? I will do some extra recording. Okay. Now, see here. Let's say we have a sentence like we are learning. We are learning. Okay, we are learning, right? So you have a sentence. Sometimes you will have sentence, and in that sentence you will have to look for a particular word. Let's say you have a sentence, you have a big sentence with some other thing. Let me bring some text from the web. let's say this is the text, right? In this text we want to we need to verify that we have a word glossary there.
So what glossary?
The word glossary is there. We have a big sentence or big chunk of text.
Okay.
On that text we need to search something, right?
This word how many times come out of where?
We need to search that we have this word
Inside
inside that sentence. Lot of time you will have to do that. If you work on LoadRunner, you will have to do that, because you will be reading text from the website and then you will be verifying, okay, a certain thing present over there. Okay, how will you do that? Control F. You cannot use Control F in LoadRunner. Control R. We can do Control F here,
There's nothing control here.
guys. In this text editor, we can do Control F and we can search for what is the word we are looking for.
Glossary.
Glossary, right? If you say we are getting it, we can do Control F here, but when you are doing programming there is no Control F, right? So how we can do that? So we will be learning two library function today. Two library function.
So library function?
Two library function. We have function over there. So we will be using those functions. Okay, now can you see that what we are doing here in line number 4? Let me make this sentence not too much big so that we can see at a time, right? I'm going to keep only this part. Okay, now we are saving these include the table of content. Let me make it even shorter. Now what we did first, we have saved this sentence to a parameter, whole sentence, right? Now what is our goal? To make sure to search the word glossary in this. Now this whole sentence will be whole over there, right?
The whole sentence because we do for the saving.
Okay, now what I am going to do, see, if you write, I think it will be too much for us today, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I'll do it
You can assign to them.
see, we'll have to use a function str. Okay, remember we'll have to use this function str. I'll be discussing. Let me bring some discussion here. str in C. str in C. Let me go to C language. The way it works.
Right. If you want to do it like last time, we send that third question, for example, model or something. Then we already read, go over there, then we'll find out.
Sure, I'll try to do this. Look here. Can you see we have one variable where we have tutorials point, and then we have another variable where we have point, and then when you do str in this one, that means we are looking point in this whole word. Now if it get point, right, can you see str when if it get point, it will be saving something in that variable. We'll be looking that one in the next class, but don't worry about this for now. Yeah, actually I'll see what I can do, but we'll have further discussion. It's a very simple thing, straightforward. Like
we need more homework, so more practice.
So the way it will work, this is a very simple thing. When you are looking something in a sentence, then if it get that word in the sentence, then it will return something. Okay, I got it. If it do not get it, then it will say, oh, I didn't get it. Okay, so I'll discuss this one in the next class, and I'll send you homework. But in the meantime, let me stop recording. What about the virtual box? Can I take a look one by one? Can you do one thing? I think all of your virtual box is expired, right?
Yes.
All of your virtual box
Not
is
virtual
expired.
box.
Your operating system expired. Operating system expired, right? Now, can you go to your C drive? Yeah, can you go to your C drive? Can you follow me and go to your C drive? Are you in C drive now?
Backup of Windows XP. We have that.
Do you have that folder backup of Windows XP?
Yes, we do.
Everyone, do you have this backup of Windows XP? Backup of Windows XP, right?
Yes.
Can everyone see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Who cannot see it? If you go to your C drive, then you will see backup of Windows. You got it? Now can you click on it? Now can you see this orange file?
Yeah, Windows XP.
Yeah, can you see this orange file?
No.
Can you copy that? Yeah. Copy. Can you copy that? Everyone who was not able to copy. Is your virtual machine closed?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the one open.
You close it.
No. Do you want me to close?
No. The virtual machine itself
It's open.
is open.
Yeah, the window was trying to open. The window I can close it anyway, right?
Let me see.
Okay, I copied then what I
Copy.
do?
Hold on there. Well, yeah, close it. Can you cross over there and then click?
Copy, okay.
Okay. Were you able to? Yeah. Can you copy that Windows XP file? Is it copied now?
Yes.
Okay. Then what you do? Follow me again.
Yes.
Go to your C drive. Can you see I am clicking on C drive?
Yes.
Go to your C drive again.
Again, go to C drive.
Go to your C drive.
Okay.
Everyone in C drive?
Yes.
Can you press U?
Press U.
Yeah. Can you press?
Press and hold or just?
No. Just press U
Press
and go to users. Can you see that users folder?
user folder.
Can you see that users folder?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Can you see that users folder?
Yes, yeah.
You have to highlight. You have to highlight point again. You have to highlight point. Yes. No, highlight point. Keep point.
User.
Just one. Now Now click.
Okay, can you see your users folder? Okay, now can you click on that?
Okay.
My user's name is ZHT. What is your username?
Done.
Yeah, can you click on your username, double click on your username?
Yes, I click.
Everyone, if you are not able to click on your username, let me know.
Default virtual box.
Can you, are you able to do that, everyone?
Yes, I
Okay, then can you scroll down? Actually, if you press V, can you press V,
Here's a Victor.
Victor, and you will see virtual box VMs.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yes.
I do that.
Okay, can you double click on that?
No, I am confused now.
Yeah.
Yes, if you see virtual box VMS, yeah, hold on. Your user is this one, right? This one. And can you see this virtual box VMs over there? Now, can you see your virtual box VMs? Inside virtual box VMs, can you see Windows XP?
Yes.
Can you double click on Windows XP?
I have two, Windows 7 and
Okay.
Windows
Click on, I gave you two. Click on Windows XP.
XP.
Mhm.
Then on the XP there is a box.
You don't need to do anything. I didn't install that software in your machine. You are good. Okay, you don't need to do that. Now, can you click on Windows XP?
Yes.
And over there, can you paste Control V? Yeah, can you?
Is there replace it?
Yeah, can you press Control V? Paste.
Replace the file in the destination.
Yeah,
Replace
replace.
it. Click on replace, right?
Yeah, replace. Huh? Yeah, press Control V here. Just here. Yeah, Control V. Yes.
Replace.
Yeah, no, no,
And
no,
then
no, no.
replace.
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 Replace the
Replace.
file.
The first option.
Yeah.
But
Someone told me that.
You already have it. You don't need to do anything. Were you able to do that, Farhana? Were you able to do that? Very good. Alright, so see, now once that copy will be done, if you start your machine, you will see it is not, probably it will not ask you for that expire.
So basically this is how we do
Let's,
every time.
yeah, let's see if it solves the issue.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still confused whether it will solve the issue. Let's see how it
If
goes.
we solve the issue, then it will be 30 days again from
Alright, thank you guys. I'm going to stop recording here and I'll send you the recording as well as soon as possible.